In the early 1970s, a man named Marshall Applewhite was fired from his music teaching job for having an inappropriate relationship with a male student. He admitted himself into a psychiatric institution where he met a nurse who worked there named Bonnie Nettles. And Applewhite, after meeting Nettles, was convinced they had met in a previous life. Nettles agreed and took it a step further, saying extraterrestrials had come to her and preordained that she would someday meet Applewhite. Applewhite began calling himself Bo, and Nettles became Peep, and together they would start an infamous cult known as Heaven's Gate. The premise of Heaven's Gate was that an alien spacecraft that they simply called the UFO was going to come to Earth and whisk away Heaven's Gate cult members, elevating them to a new world and a better life that they referred to as Tella. And so by 1975, Bo and Peep had recruited 20 people to be a part of their cult. For 10 years, cult members waited and waited for this UFO that never showed up. And then Peep unexpectedly died of cancer in 1985. Bo began telling his followers that Peep had in fact ascended to Tella. The aliens must have given her a signal that if she leaves behind this human body, you'll still ascend to Tella. 1995, when astronomers discovered the Hale-Bopp comet was going to be passing by Earth 2 years later in 1997, and Bo saw this as the trigger. The UFO was going to be hiding behind the trail of this comet, and as soon as it passes by Earth, we need to ascend. And so fast forward to March 26, 1997, as the Hale-Bopp comet passed by Earth, 39 of the Heaven's Gate cult members, including Bo, they began their journey. Bo told them they would be exiting the Earth in 3 groups. And so on March 26th, Group 1 entered their San Diego mansion and consumed applesauce mixed with barbiturates, followed it up with a whole bunch of vodka, and then put a bag over their head and waited for death. Then on March 27th, Group 2 entered the San Diego mansion. Then they picked up the Group 1 members and placed them in beds and put a purple cloth over their face before they, Group 2, consumed their own applesauce mixed with barbiturates and put a bag over their head and waited for death. On March 28th, the third group entered the San Diego mansion, and this included Bo. They did the same cleanup as Group 2, and then they consumed applesauce and barbiturates, followed it up with vodka, bag over their head, waited for death. Just hours before they exited the Earth, each of the groups would perform exit interviews. They are remarkably cheerful and happy considering what they all know they are about to do.
This isn't a troubling circumstance. Don't take it as that. It's just a gateway, just a doorway.
Now you're going to find this old crummy vehicle in a bunk someplace. They're all nothing but containers that we've used and bored for the short amount of time.
People in the world who thought that I had completely lost my marbles. They're not right.